What are the vibes, everybody? It's your boy Bakari. I go by BK, man, and today is May the 4th, so happy Star Wars Day to those of you watching at home. I wanted to do something classic today. You could probably hear it in the background, and I want to show you guys. So, we are on the 360 today, playing some good old Star Wars, The Force Unleashed 2. Let me tell you something, man. Listen, I feel like that is what Star Wars has been missing as of late. Now, everybody has their own opinions of the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the original trilogy. I mean, say what you will about whatever content you do or don't like, but I mean, honestly, the crawl is pretty iconic, and I haven't seen it in any of the newer content in a while. And I think that's probably one of the key components of what's missing in Star Wars. I don't know, but I'm pretty passionate about Star Wars. I could talk to you for hours, months, and years at a time about fucking Star Wars. I'm gonna shut the hell up real quick, let the cutscene play out. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's Darth Dizzle Vader, boy. AKA DV, you feel me? Him and I, we go way back, you heard? Way back. Also, let me know, is Darth Vader the most iconic supervillain of all time? Let me know. I think he is.
You're alive.
How long this time?
13 days in isolation. Impressive.
The Force gives me all I need.
The Force?
The dark side. My master.
Come.
Interesting.
Starkiller's Jedi mentor has been captured.
General Coda.
Yes. When your training is complete, you will travel to Cato Nemoidia and execute him.
Vader thinks he's turned you, but I can sense your future. And Vader won't always be your master.
You are still haunted by visions.
Yep.
Yes, Master. I sometimes smell a forest on fire. I see the general falling, and I feel the ground shake as a starship crashes around me. I hear a woman's voice when I try to sleep.
They are memories of a dead man, a side effect of the cloning process and the memory flashes used to train you. They will fade.
And if they don't?
Then you will be of no use to me. Starkiller's emotions made him weak. You must destroy what he created.
Oh shit.
And you must learn to hate what he loved.
Now, let me tell you how iconic these games were back in the early 2000s, man. These games are a staple in the Star Wars community now. You can't really get away with calling yourself a Star Wars fan and not playing these games. I have most of the costumes on my other account, which is why I'm playing on this one and why I started over. Now, these games, in particular, this game released September 19th, 2011. I was 12 years old. And this game was the talk of the town, dog. I mean, the internet was big, but it was not nearly as massive. Oh, shit. I'm getting flashbanged.
After he branded me a traitor and tried to kill you,
Who are you?
Vader said you were dead. You came back.
Lord have mercy, dog. I need some shades because I'm getting flashbanged. I can't remember when the first one came out. It had to have been at least 2 years before that, 2009, 2010 maybe. That game took over the world. Star Wars, the original Star Wars Force Unleashed was some of the best media we had ever received as Star Wars fans at the time. Now, this game, people didn't like it as much, but it was still great. It was still equally as good. People still liked this game, but they didn't like it as much as the first one. And there are some pretty glaring reasons as to why.
Wait! Don't.
But I love this game.
Yes.
Strike her down.
I can't!
You will. You were created to do my bidding. Then it is as I feared.
Why is this happening to me?
The accelerated cloning process is still imperfect. Those who came before you went mad within months. I believed you would be the first success, but it seems you are to suffer the same fate.
What will you do with me?
Ha! His only weakness. Shout out to Sam Witwer, by the way. I am a huge fan of Sam Witwer and his work. In my honest opinion, Sam Witwer is like George Lucas or Hayden Christensen. They are Star Wars, right? So, and Sam Witwer's knowledge of Star Wars is so crazy. It's intense. It's actually pretty impressive. I know that a lot of people who acted in Star Wars really do love Star Wars a lot, and they, you know, want to be in it. Sam Witwer seems like he actively is just within the... Oh, I got an achievement! Ah, hell yeah! Ah, shit. Sam Witwer feels like Dave Filoni or George Lucas. Like, his understanding of Star Wars is pretty much creator level, right? I love that. I love that so much.
Subject has breached containment. Lockdown procedures engaged.
Man, so much nostalgia in this game, man. This game also featured, you know, something that we haven't seen in a lot of the newer Star Wars games. Jedi Survivor is the most recent installment of a Star Wars single-player game that we got. But man, I tell you what, we haven't really seen a lot of dismemberment. You'll see it here. This game had a lot of unique dismemberment. See that? Funny enough, that was not in the first, like, we hadn't had a Star Wars single-player game in years. And the first bit of dismemberment that we did get was in Jedi Survivor. Funny enough. Man, the amount of combos you could do in this game were just beautiful. What I do want to capture is some of the best Star Wars games that we had. So I did almost play Lego Star Wars, the original ones, not the new ones, and I almost played them in order. I don't know if I have them anymore. I'd have to look for them. But I do want to go ahead and try some of the other games as well, right? Last year we played Jedi Survivor on the channel, so it's kinda... I don't think I ever finished it though. I do have a lot of the footage. I think I have all the footage, just unedited. So what I am thinking about doing with those is maybe re-releasing them through and through. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. I'll probably just end up playing it again. I had a lot of issues with the controls in the game. It just felt like there was a lot going on and I couldn't really do a whole lot. I was more micromanaging my controls for most of the time. And that's not fun. That's far from fun. The things that you could do to people in this game were so crazy, dude. And that's what made these games so good, is it was just stupid, dumb fun, but in Star Wars, right? Like, you're the most powerful character at any given time. Look at that, man. We're grabbing TIE fighters out the air, right? I think I remember in this game too, you could I mean, like, it really didn't matter how many times they were in there. Maybe that was the first one. You could, like, you could pick up an enemy and just continuously abuse them well past after their departure, if you want to use that term. Got another holocron. So these are saber crystals. Oh yeah, I forgot this game. You had to upgrade. Okay, so we got a blue one and a orange one. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these. That was another thing that I liked about this game too. It featured 2 lightsabers as opposed to the one in the original game, so it allowed for more unique customization, and I thought these were cool. Now for me, I like to use my force abilities a lot more than my saber skills, so I like to get up in there and just go stupid, go nuts over there. Get dribbled, and trust me, like there's not a... Listen, as far as Star Wars goes, bro, let me show you how much I love Star Wars. So for me, take a look at this, right? These were bought in, they were bought last year, but these were made during the original release of The Phantom Menace, which at the time of recording in May 4th, 2024, The Phantom Menace just re-released. These are the original Darth Maul and original Obi-Wan Kenobis that were made in 1999, 1998 for the movies. These are still sealed by Hasbro and pretty much untouched. There's a little bit of damage to the boxes and stuff, but these right here, they never leave. They never leave my sight. Just get one more. That's how much I love Star Wars. And then I rebought The Force Unleashed on my Nintendo Switch. Completely different game. I don't know. Star Wars is like one of those things for me. Like it's a core part of who I am as a person. It's one of the very few things I like. You know? And nobody can take that away from me. I feel like I could just go on and on about Star Wars, dude. I really could. I remember he had a repulse, but I don't remember how to do that, or even if I can use that ability yet. Now, one game I really did want to play today, in 2005, I was about 5 or 6 years old when it released, and it was controversial at the time because it was released before the movie, is Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. That movie there, or that game right there, I mean, it was perfect. I don't think that the only flaw that it had was that I didn't get to experience the multiplayer, and I'm pretty sure I was just too young to understand it. It's important to remember that in the early 2000s, pre-2010, really up until like Call of Duty, multiplayer games, while they had a place, single-player games really thrived, right? And that was just the case for most games at the time. And that game, while it had a multiplayer, I would play with my siblings and stuff all day long. We would play as every character. I would always pick Anakin Skywalker. He's my favorite character in Star Wars. That game right there, just it truly captures like what you would want in a Star Wars game if it had combat. And it was just, I mean, it was perfect combat. Sam Witwer's screams are so good. He plays Darth Maul, dog, and he is just like the GOAT. He is the GOAT, man. Sam Witwer, in my opinion, should be in more Star Wars projects. I truly believe that the Disney team is missing out on an opportunity with The Force Unleashed. I get why they don't do it, but there's a way they can balance it out. And there's a way that they could make it canon. Oh, yeah?
You don't want to hurt me.
Oh, shit! And then, of course, around the same time, too, is we had Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 2, by the way, not that EA nonsense. But I have an unpopular opinion with that. I think EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2 was not a bad game. You see how many times that guy got dribbled? That's the kind of stuff that I loved about these games. And Jedi Survivor, while it is, I mean, it's surrounded by Jedi behavior, so we can't really do a whole lot. But man, I miss that senseless fun. Sometimes I wish we had like a Star Wars Acolyte game or something of that nature. I don't know, a Sith game, you know what I mean? Kind of like Star Wars Force Unleashed. The issue that I have is that it just doesn't seem that Disney is going to be moving in that direction. Really anytime soon at all. I even feel that way with like Darth Vader. A Darth Vader video game, a Darth Vader TV show, a Darth Vader movie series. I don't know. Maybe they know something that I don't. And you know, I am just a fan, so maybe I am speaking from a point of view that analytically just isn't correct. But I truly believe that they're missing out on a lot of... I mean, if they want money, why not just give the fans what they want? You know what I mean? That truly just seems like the best course of action. Ultimately, what you invest into your fan base, into the consumer, comes back to you tenfold, right? But Star Wars as a whole with Disney has been doing pretty well. We've got some of the best Star Wars we've gotten in a long time. Post George Lucas, we got, you know, the Clone Wars was finished. We got the sequel trilogy, of course. We got the Bad Batch. We got the Acolyte, which releases sometime in 2024, next month. June next month, I believe. We got Kenobi. You know what I mean? We got a lot of stuff from Disney. I appreciate them very much so, but in the video game department, Star Wars gaming fans are so depraved of anything due to that EA contract, it's not even funny, man. EA got the contract in 2013, right? And the licensing for EA ended in... I think it ended in 2024 or 2023, so I want you to imagine that in 10 to 11 years, the most notable Star Wars games that EA could produce were Battlefront 1, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. And they also have their mobile game, which I'm not gonna count that. That wouldn't even make any sense to me as a person. I wouldn't count that. I hope you don't count that either. But nonetheless, it's a game that they produced. So for me, right, it's just like, it feels like a mismanagement of the IP.
He's in the plaza. All hands.
But that's just
This is an
me as a...
emergency.
That's just me as a Star Wars fan, you know. It's something that I'm very passionate about. That I find another achievable. Fuck yeah. That I find very important to. I mean, a lot of people really love Star Wars, man. But luckily, Lucas Studios, Lucasfilm, and LucasArts, whichever one it is, I don't know who. Luckily, though, they saw the error in that, and they have since relinquished the exclusivity deal with EA. Thank God. So now that opens up the realm for anybody to make whatever games they like. With a game as, or with a story and a world built such as Star Wars, that takes time with these games. So we've got like a bunch of different games being developed. I know we have one developed by the team who made the Detroit Become Human team. I am sorry, I don't know the development or the studio, so please forgive me. Aspyr just remade Battlefront 2, the original. That didn't do so hot, though. It was received pretty poorly. The multiplayer didn't work on launch, and servers are extremely limited. Extremely limited. And I ended up not playing it pretty much after that midnight release. I know there's a few games that are being developed right now for the time being that haven't been named. The KOTOR remake is still alive, I guess is what they're saying. I don't believe that though. That game was supposed to be released or announced like in 2023, last year. So we're already a year behind, and then they said 2025. So I have to assume that, you know, 2025 is at least the year that we'll get an announcement. I'm just gonna be honest. Transparency seems to be an issue, you know, in the gaming community, especially with these dev teams. I get that they've got their own quotas that they gotta meet, their own deadlines that are really hard to meet, and let's just be honest, writers and really the gaming industry as a whole, as well as the voice actors in the voice acting industry, underpaid, overworked. Straight up. I encourage you to do some reading on that subject if you can. Plenty of articles, and if you're not with the articles, plenty of anecdotes as well. People who, you know, will be happy to show you why they're unhappy at the moment. Hold on. Ah, shit! Hit some lightning grenades. That was a stupid ass idea. Hit you with some lightning, bud. Ow, damn! Oh shit, I mistimed it. I looked away. I hate QuickTime events. Ever since Resident Evil 6 back in the day, dog, QuickTime events just ruined my life. That's one thing I didn't like about this game. And as the enemies get more complex, they maintain similarity, but dog, they don't really, like the fucking quick time events get longer. It's like, dude, what? But yeah, man, I don't. That's where I stand on the Star Wars thing. Can't wait to see some new games. I'm stuck on some bullshit, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. For now, though, let's enjoy the game that we have in front of us. This game right here. Oh.
I am not your enemy.
You are not my enemy.
Hey. Not your enemy,
You
dork.
are surrounded.
I'm surrounded.
Come here. Let's go on a walk. Dumbass. This game had an ultimate mode too, like a fury mode or a rage mode with this with Starkiller, dog, and it was so OP. I loved it so much, dog. That's 2. 1 more should do the trick. There we go. Ah, shit. Aw, yeah. And this basically just gave him the ability to just do whatever the hell he wanted. Look at this shit. Like, imagine how scary this would be. Nah, dog. And I want you to look at the intensity of each and every single one of the abilities that we had. Look at this. This is Palpatine level lightning, dog. They're getting burnt to a crisp. Some of those people were incinerated. Straight up, just absolutely incinerated. Gotta remember, Vader's that guy, man. Vader ain't no chump. What Coliseum is this? It's my boy Coda. Hell yeah. He's a cheat code essentially against everybody here, dog.
You're running out of executioners, Baron.
Try the Corellian slice hounds.
My lord.
Assemble a squad in the hangar. I'll meet him there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I blinked one of my eyelashes in.
I was expecting Lord Vader.
The Jedi. Where is he?
Oh, he's alive. For the moment. He's been in the arena for 7 days. What are the Imperial security codes for this sector? The security codes. Kill
Laying waste to him. Alright, now, unfortunately, this is where I'm going to go ahead and leave it for now. When we come back next time, we'll pursue Baron and meet up with Coda and really just go through a lot of it. But I want to go ahead and stop while I'm ahead. So, if you did enjoy Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 during Star Wars Day Week, if you want to call it that, please let me know down below and we'll go ahead and take care of the rest of the games. As always, thank you guys for watching. My name is Bakari. I go by BK. Happy May the 4th, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
The seasons change, I know that it's cold.